Hi, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm really thrilled to have the opportunity to lead off our third annual Plymouth Thanksgiving poetry reading. It's the third I've had the chance to do as Plymouth's Poet Laureate. And this year, as always, we have an incredibly rich selection of poets from around Plymouth, around Massachusetts, and as far afield as Georgia, who'll be sharing their poems with you on the Plymouth Poetry Forum throughout the day. And I'd like to kick off with a poem from my first book, Light Reading, a short poem appropriately titled Thanksgiving. For what we have made of what we are. And I'll continue with two passages from a long poem from my second collection, Small Talk. These are from a long poem in the center of the book called A Child's Guide to Candor. And both of these passages are about cherishing and being grateful for those small moments, the tiny miracles in life, the minute particulars that make our existence unique and memorable. And also commenting on the fact that often the most important moments in life are the ones that seem least important when they're happening. Life's long sunlit breezeway, dust mote moments return to, window, cigarette dusk in Sarajevo, satellite, moving star in clear Provençal night, 5-minute Senside afternoon, gauzy fog dawn floating under Golden Gate, unplanned moments of communion that propagate and punctuate and ratify a life. The purpose of this might be to harvest clarity, reviewing the slideshow of memory. What I see is not what I expected, glory, triumph moments when my name was synonymous with universe, seemingly insignificant scraps, galvanized steel urinal in Dublin, door handle in Prague, Coca-Cola cooler in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and dosed imagination never mirrored in real life. Soul's soft steel orb dented over time. Incense of innocence. Call occasion to every vibrant moment. We must call occasion, lest the smoke of silence embrace us with choked love. My life has been conspiracy in favor of occasion. The words we speak are property. Try to call occasion. When the wren cries, when the sun dies its melodramatic daily death, when the wine is delectable and a smart sparkle heightens every brow, when snow comes back to bury vicissitudes of summer and autumn's dry fires, call occasion to the devastating splendor of life. And besides my own poetry, I also really enjoy translating. And I've had the opportunity to translate from Czech in a few different book publications. And I'd like to read a poem from the contemporary Czech poet Tereza Riedl-Balkova. This poem is called Quiet Moments. And again, it's a poem reflecting and feeling grateful for the quiet moments, the peaceful moments, the moments of communion. Quiet moment. I walk my naked body around vast rooms. Warm, it displays itself to mirrors and glasses, and no stranger has occupied it. I breathe on the paws of my tigers and wolves. Asleep for a moment, they don't tempt me away. Assigned roles remain standing outside the door. Klimt, Mucha, and I are overgrown with daisies. Let the arriving glacier encase the whole entrance. Next, I'd like to read a poem from a new friend, a friend that I've met recently in Plymouth through poetry. His name's Richard Gladys, and he loves to write poems. And we agreed that I would read this poem that he wrote for this occasion, for Thanksgiving. It has an interesting point of view, a historical point of view that you'll hear. It's called The Freeze. I forgot to fill the empty planter base with water to freeze, so the winter fleas can skate at dawn in the warm breeze. All the soft, delicate flowers will die on the vine tonight. It won't be a bomb or a storm or some terrible blight. Their death will come by the hand of time this night. It will simply get cold in the fields, gardens, and trenches. The cold will feel warm and inviting at the end of day. Harvesters will carry away bodies and leave only clay. I forgot to fill a cup with water to see if it will freeze tonight. A small fire is allowed now. They know where we are anyway. My mother loved to bake cookies, muffins, cakes, and pies. I can smell them and see her serve all with tears in her eyes. Death is on hold as warmth returns with a last breath. Summer rises from the first freeze to warm again in slow death. Just for a few days to harvest the last of the crops, hunt and prepare, while death takes a nap and the sun warms the withering so near. It is late summer and the hunt is rich with game, full moonlight. Winter will come and the north wind songs will speak of night. But now it is warm and the cicadas and peepers sing a last song. The sun begins to shine less as the days no longer long. I sit in the woods and on the beach and let the sun warm my body. The pond water is cool. The fish we caught at dawn are smoking. Deer, turkey, rabbit, and hen will come to the water this evening. A hunt will be more like a walk in the fields for the gleaning. Our neighbors who welcomed us to this land met us in the field. We said, "Come to our village, bring your families to a great meal." Just like in the old country, twice as many came that first day. But with not a care, we prepared the plenty and thought of only play. On the second day, men decided to hunt, share skill with arrow and shot. Just enjoy the warmth and seek no enmity or need to outdo each lot. Great pots of beans, squash, and wild rice, meat spiked over flames. Everyone found reason to share, to learn our friends' names. On the third day, the tribes came together. On the beach, they prayed, looked out to sea as dawn welcomed new friends that said, "Stay." Here with us in peace, we ate in the games, a feast awakened, a new day where men of all tribes will never feel forsaken. Bellies were full and bright sun filled the faces of all people with light. With food and game, a bond was made that cured fear of the dark night. For all knew soon the warmth turns to winter. A great freeze will come to test the souls of all who seek only to come together as one. The water in the cup on the porches and windowsills are solid ice. The memories of the 3-day feast of games warms, feels nice. In the frozen winter of life, the days of joy and feast survive the freeze. The thoughts of all of us laughing keep alive that last summer breeze. Thanks to Richard Gladys for allowing me to read that poem. And I'll leave you with one more. This is from a new book of mine that I'm working on called A Signal Mirror. And this is a poem of gratitude and of gratitude for Plymouth and the area and the coast and the water, and most of all, the light. Thank you for this peculiar blue, particular New England light. Local light opens out here to Saquesh and way beyond. Summer blue-green water, Plymouth Bay. Blue-green negotiations with time, present, and eternity. Blue-green waves perpetually. Blue-green night sweats, fish netting linen sheets. Blue-green watercolors, childhood imagination. All there is to it, blue-green. How can I hold fast the past? Blue-green intermingled patches, a gradient. Blue-green primeval fog boiling above. Blue-green eternal light, always the same, changing. Blue-green, how much longer? Blue-green viscosity of dream, vicissitudes of alluring blue-green fireflies pepper air with luminescence, blue-green below a rotund monthly moon. Blue-green painting trim in rain, aluminum ladder dripping Atlantic Ocean, one tiny globe-shaped tide at a time. Blue-green blinking fire plug at channel's turn. Blue-green open page ocean, my only solace. When wind fills sails, touches chimes, or fish takes bait. Autumn water, my salvation. Sand blows over dunes, destroying and creating singularities. I keep returning to the water, keep going back to shore to see the roiling mirror. Blind sea, touching everything, fingers and tongues, the longing of water. January, archive of air wide open. See from here to Holmes Field, see Gurnet, lighthouse white thumbtack with gleaming point, Saquesh cliff bearded in windy snow, deep unwashed denim blue this water, seams of waves sewing sandbars, some forlorn boat needles past moorings, another coming back in the channel, cold air, warm light. Today I see further. My past all abstract, except for a few objects washed up, proving precious previous existences. These small signals, indecipherable to almost anyone, absorb, reflect, and radiate the light that keeps us vigilant. And I hope you stay vigilant. I hope you stay warm and happy and healthy, full of grace and gratitude. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.